Update. I don't like the relationship between my husband and his work wife, and neither does her partner. Original post. I'm a beautician, female 35, married to an engineer, male 34. He's very intelligent and I'm always proud of him. He has a colleague who is also very intelligent, female 31, obviously that he is close to. Before the events that led me to this moment of seeking help online, I never had any reason to be uncomfortable about his relationship with her. I always felt secure in our relationship. We're both independent people who would just leave if we weren't happy together. We've been together for 5 years, married for 1.5. My husband and I were on a 3-day trip with my husband's colleagues, a tradition at his work every autumn. We came home yesterday morning and I had a bad taste in my mouth after this trip. It felt like me and a colleague's partner, male 35, were the third and fourth wheel to my husband and his colleague during the entire trip. During dinner the second night, I was sitting silently playing with my food after almost 2 days of being ignored. The partner was also silent at first, but we started talking a bit, asking each other generic questions. The colleague, who was in a very loud argument with my husband, more of a back and forth teasing, suddenly turned around and asked what we two, her partner and me, were up to talking quietly. Her partner said that we were just getting to know each other since they, husband and colleague, were too busy talking about things we knew nothing about. The colleague laughed and said, "What could we discuss with you? Makeup and Kim Kardashian?" And she nodded towards me. "We have more intelligent things to discuss." I was dumbfounded. I guess because I'm a beautician, I can only discuss Kim Kardashian? I mean, any outsider to any profession would be dumb listening into two people discussing work-related subjects. They could have been as ignorant if I was talking to my coworkers about our job. My husband just laughed and the partner said, "That's rude." I said nothing because I had a taste for the whole situation. Then on the last day of the trip, I spent most of my time with the partner. I ignored the other two. Yesterday evening, the partner DM'd me and wanted to talk about our significant others. He said that he has been feeling uncomfortable about his girlfriend's relationship with my husband, and that he went through her messages. He sent me screenshots where my husband and his colleague are basically calling me stupid and shallow, and laugh about it. Well, mostly the colleague saying mean things and my husband laughing and adding in. Sometimes he would say something like, "No, I love her," about me, and she would answer, "You only like banging hot dumb chicks," and they laugh. When the texts aren't about my stupidity, they're about work, and in one of them, my husband wrote, "I love your brain," to her. I started crying when I saw the screenshots. Never have I ever felt so self-conscious about my brain or profession. I love my job, and I thought my husband loved it too, or at least didn't have this disdain for it. I've been my own boss for over 10 years and I make close to 6 figures. I never thought myself as a dumb person. I like to think that I'm fairly well informed, and I have passion for history, languages, cultures, etc. But yes, I'm not an engineer working on some design for artificial hearts. Still, the texts complimenting the colleague hurts me more than the ones making fun of me. I don't know why. I think my husband and his colleague are out of line at best, and well, probably screwing. I still don't know what to do. The last thing I want to be is the insecure wife. If he isn't happy with me, why is he here? Now for the top advice before reading the update. I think his work wife is very jealous of you. She's constantly putting you down to him to make herself look and feel better. She sounds very insecure. She was very quick to notice that her husband was talking to you, so she belittled you to her husband. It's sad that her husband defended you, while yours did not. Your husband allowing this and not chiming in is disrespectful and disgusting. Also, can we just get rid of this whole work wife/work husband BS? Yes, so freaking disrespectful to both partners. I went to a colleague's party and met his live-in girlfriend. She got very drunk and told me he had a work wife. And worse, she was here at a party. I couldn't believe he'd told his girlfriend that and then invited her to their house. I lost a lot of respect for that colleague and started to avoid him from then on. It's just a cruel way of saying you're flirting. Daily. First off, let me tell you right now that anyone who calls you names and belittles you to anyone is not worth your time. I have no knowledge whatsoever in fashion. I'm extremely unfashionable. And those that know about color coordination and creating something out of nothing is absolutely amazing to me. A genius in a way that I will never be. Even if he doesn't truly believe the words that he is saying, He's allowing someone to talk badly about you and even encouraging it. This husband of yours should definitely become ex-husband. As for your question of why he won't just leave, sometimes people want to have their cake and eat it too. It's a common expression for people who are greedy and like to overindulge. He likes to have your attention. He wants someone to come home at the end of the day that'll give him attention and validate his feelings and show him love. At the same time, he decided your attention wasn't enough because of his greed, and he found someone at his workplace to give him that. You are someone who deserves so much better, and I'm sorry that you're experiencing this. Know that no one this selfish is worth your time. Good luck. I'm always baffled when people talk crap about beauticians and hairstylists. Hairstyling is literally living sculpture. You have to know how the hair will hang in a variety of situations and style it to handle that. No way could I do it. I always tip my stylist at least 50% for that valuable and complicated skill. Same for beautician. Makeup is an art form and requires excellent color matching and mixing skills. No way I could do it. OP, you have an incredibly valuable and difficult skill set. I'd bet the female colleague is simply jealous. You make hella good money. I'd bet you always look stylish and put together. You clearly speak at least 2 languages fluently. Your native language and English. You're a quadruple threat to her insecurities. Part of me is hesitant to say divorce, but there are 2 things that a marriage cannot survive: disrespect and infidelity. Your husband disrespects you for certain, and I think he's having an emotional affair if not a physical one. A marriage can't survive that. This idiot has a total package with his ring on her finger. I'm guessing you took his name, and you promised him the rest of your life. He is the epitome of a fool. Unfortunately, fools only learn the hard way. I'm really sorry you're going through this. Now for the first update. Sorry I didn't come back earlier to make an update. I was mentally exhausted, and of course busy discussing Kim K. Anyway, I want to apologize for not answering your messages because I got over 200 asking for updates. I really hope you can find this. I have talked to my husband. I just told him that I have talked to work wife's boyfriend and showed him the messages I was sent. My husband asked me why her boyfriend was spying on his girlfriend, and I told him that it was because he didn't like the way things went down on the trip. I told him how I too was very uncomfortable. He was very confused and told me that work wife obviously was jealous and that I shouldn't care about her. I told him that she didn't bother me as much as the fact that he was fine. No, amused by her attempts to bring me down the entire time. So much, in fact, that her boyfriend was so uncomfortable that he went through her phone. I also asked him why he was letting her trash talk to me in their texts. Again, he insisted that he just felt that she was petty and jealous and didn't want to stoop to her level. He said that I did the same when I ignored her rudeness, and he thought that was the classy thing to do. I asked him why she was doing this. Was there anything between them? And to please tell me now before it got more complicated. He said of course not, that if there was something from her end then, that wasn't his problem, because he loved me and so on and so forth. I asked him about him loving her brain, and he said it was strictly about something work-related and offered to show me the conversation. Next day, I was still brooding, so he came to me, kissed me and apologized and told me that I was right, and that he was being stupid, but that he never thought about it as disrespect but some female jealousy that he thought was pitiful and beneath him. He promised to do better. I told him that if somebody was trashing you like this in front of me, no matter how petty their reasons were or how pathetic I thought they were, I would have hated them and never want them in my life. Unfortunately, I started crying then, and he told me that he was so sorry. That was on Sunday. Then yesterday, the boyfriend called me again and we talked. We had decided to talk after confronting our significant others. Their conversation was worse, and work wife admitted to her boyfriend that she had feelings for my husband, and she suspected that my husband had feelings for her too. They have kissed at the summer work party. I showed my husband a screenshot when he got home, and he started to freak out, telling me that yes, she did kiss him, and he rebuffed her and told her that he wasn't interested. That was when she got nastier towards me. So you knew she had a thing for you? And he said yes. I asked him to show me his phone and he had deleted his conversation with her. He said it was because he was embarrassed. He didn't tell me when the kiss happened, and now he was afraid I would think it was more than what it was. I asked him to move out, and he's currently at his mother's. He keeps saying that there's nothing between them, that he loves me and would never cheat on me, that he will make her come clean to me, that he will quit his job and never see her again. I'm just so brokenhearted right now, and all I want to do is cry. Thank you for listening. I needed this. Edit, maybe I should have mentioned that he also told me he could prove that it was she who came onto him, because it happened in the office cafeteria, and there are surveillance cameras, and that he could request a clip from that day. I don't know why I didn't include it. Maybe because who kissed who doesn't really change how I feel about this whole ordeal. Why did he have to wait? If he had told you when it happened, the situation would have been so much better. But the fact that he didn't tell you, and then he watched her speak to you in a derogatory way, and didn't defend you, which is not stooping to her level by the way, that makes this worse. Because what part of this is the truth? It's hard to see that. And she might be correct in that he has feelings for her and just didn't want to act on it, but I just don't know at this point. But this could all been avoided if he communicated what happened when it happened, and not finding out through the boyfriend. Because if you think about this way, if she had never said anything to boyfriend, you would have never known because your husband didn't say anything. Yeah, the whole I didn't tell you because I thought it would make you think it was more than it was? No. Hiding the truth makes it look like more is going on, and I'm sure that there is. Even if we all were to believe that he rebuffed her, why then would you even want to continue to be friends with someone who has clear feelings and is verbally attacking your wife in private and to her face? He didn't tell her because OP probably would have set some hard boundaries around their relationship going forward. He wanted to keep his little work side piece. OP, I'm sorry this happened. You deserve a man who is loyal and supportive of you even when you're not there. I asked him to show me his phone and he had deleted his conversation with her. I'm sorry, but he is lying. If he had told her to back off, he wouldn't have felt the need to delete his conversation with her. Look up Trickle Truth. If they've had the opportunity to be alone, then they've mostly certainly gone further. Let's say he is telling the truth. It is unlikely that he is. It's still on him. Her advances weren't unwanted. He gave her the green light when he exchanged text with her mocking you. Infidelity doesn't begin with physical interaction. I have more respect for her right now for coming clean to her boyfriend. My husband hasn't admitted to anything I didn't know already. Somebody else is telling me. Honestly, this is a good comment. I don't believe him. Anytime anyone's come on to my boyfriend, he's shut it down. Anytime anyone's insulted me to him, he's shut it down. In both instances, he stopped interacting with those people. I really think that that's what he should have done. But also, he literally went on a trip with a woman who had kissed him and admitted feelings to him on your anniversary. Now for the last update. Hi, I don't feel comfortable making a new update on a true sub because honestly, I'm embarrassed that I'm taking so much of your attention. Writing, however, has helped me a lot, like it's therapy. My husband showed up at my work today. He said that he has never felt so scared in his life, like when he realized that he was losing me. He has contacted a boyfriend, apologized to him, and asked him to forward all the texts between him and work wife. He printed them and gave me everything. Over a year's worth of texting. He told me when work wife confessed to her boyfriend, she sent a text about admitting the kiss to her boyfriend. The text I got a screenshot of. My husband panicked and deleted the whole conversation. But now he got everything from the boyfriend and I could read it. He also had brought a picture with him. Of him when he was young, 12 to 13-ish with a girl. He said he searched this picture now that he's living with his mom. He told me that it was his favorite cousin and that she ended herself when they were 16. She was bullied severely. I never heard my husband talk about this cousin. I know of her mom from his family, but never that they were close or that her death devastated him. He said that he still wasn't ready to discuss her, but that now he needed to. He admitted that when work wife started working for them August 2021, he immediately bonded with her because she reminded him of his cousin. Both goofy, funny, and extremely intelligent. They even looked alike a little. Kind of true. The bond got stronger when work wife told him about her tough childhood and how she was bullied throughout school, how she suffered and contemplated ending it all. My husband said that he felt like he got his cousin back. Work wife knew that my husband was married, newlywed actually, and it didn't seem to be a problem for her in the beginning. He admitted that he sensed that she was falling for him very soon, but that he never really confronted her about it because he didn't want to hurt her feelings. When she saw me in the picture, she got very angry with him and said that she was very disappointed in him because I looked the type that would bully people like her and my husband in high school. She was disappointed and asked him what he saw in me. He told her that he loved me, but she was sour afterwards, accusing him of being shallow. He asked her to give me a chance at a Christmas party. She didn't change her opinion, however. He wasn't bothered that she disliked me because he thought that she was just jealous. He knew that she was decided on not giving me a chance, and that was fine with him. He thought that this will be one of the things they will have to disagree on. He is still adamant that he never kissed her back, and he's adamant about getting the recording of that party. He said he pushed her, and after the party, he had a fight with her about boundaries and confronted her about her feelings. He told her that they could no longer be friends now that she had crossed the line. We went on a 5-week vacation the day after that party, and he said that if I read a text from that time, I would find that she had apologized several times asking for forgiveness, begging him not to ditch her as a friend. After summer, their relationship was strained, but they eventually became closer again. He said he doesn't know why he felt like she needed him in her life, like he needed his protection. He always thought about being put in harm's way, and he couldn't stand the thought. He swore it was never romantic or sexual. He admitted that he loves her like a friend or like if his cousin was still around. Then he told me that he has handed his resignation and will be seeking new jobs. He's realized that he has to let work wife go. He admitted that he even now is worried about her. She's losing both her boyfriend and him, but that he needs to remind himself that she is a grown-up woman and not a 16-year-old cousin. She'll be fine. And about my fears that he loves me for how I look, he said that he is sorry if he ever made me feel that way, and that it is far from the truth. When he thinks about us, he sees us growing old together, and that prospect fills his heart with more love and joy. Another round of, there would never have been a problem if you had been transparent with your partner when the first line was crossed. That's it, isn't it? She confronted him, told him to tell her absolutely everything, and he still lied by omission. Absolute dumbass. This makes me so angry. That was a massive screw-up. Huge. My significant other is also an engineer, and he's a superstar with circuit boards or coding a piece of software, and reads physics textbooks for fun. But with people, not so much, which is why we have an agreement where he runs things by me when he's not sure of someone's behavior/motives. It's kept our relationship healthy, our boundaries clear, and enforced and saved him from being inadvertently caught in some splatter when I, correctly, said someone's behavior was making my spidey senses tingle. I can't help but wonder if OP's husband let this nonsense fly for so long because he enjoyed the attention too much to stop it. My significant other might not be great at picking up social cues, but he'd never let someone trash talk me, and would be out the room and on his way home to talk to me if someone tried to kiss him. You'd only hide something like that if you knew it would reveal that you'd hidden a dozen smaller screw-ups leading up to it. She reminds me of my dead cousin is certainly the most original excuse for infidelity I've heard to date.